Finally, John Cena has won number 17. And the reason I'm so giddy and it's hilarious to me is because you proved John Cena right. But we'll get to that at the end. Let's start off with what really pissed me off, which was the Women's World Heavyweight Championship match of Io versus Rhea versus Bianca. So these guys have a fight, and the story they told in this match is the story they've been telling throughout the build to this match, which is the real match is between Rhea and Bianca, which I'm like, I agree. So why didn't we get that at WrestleMania? But I love Io. Okay, cool. So Io swoops in every time it starts to look like Rhea and Bianca are going to have, the throwdown, throw some bows, and interrupts that. And so you really didn't know who was going to win this. Everyone looked strong. Everyone looked great. Io bumping her butt. You know how Io gives it up. That's why everybody loves her. She flying all over the place, going crazy. Yeah! You have Rhea, who's being aggressive, showing that she's mommy. Then you have Bianca showing that she's the EST, going crazy. Like, everybody did the damn thing. Everybody understood the assignment. Then we get to the end with, actually, before we get to the end, Rhea is down in the middle of the ring. Bianca is standing tall, and Bianca is talking cash shit. Like, she is talking. Talk that talk. Shout out to Rihanna. What album was that? What was that? Radio Talk That Talk? Whatever. She is talking half shit to Rhea. Like, why are you here? It's supposed to be me. You don't deserve to be here. Mushing her. Making Rhea look lesser than, and like Rhea like, oh shit. Like, I'm like, oh, Bianca, we're about to get somewhere with this Bianca character. Still don't justify her getting booed, but whatever. We'll get to that in a second. But it eventually leads up to Io getting the best of both Bianca and Rhea. Io about to go on the top rope to do a moonsault. Rhea interferes, about to do some type of move, but then Bianca swoops in, does the KOD on the Rhea, has the match probably won until Io does the moonsault off the top rope, pins Bianca to retain the World Heavyweight Championship for the women's division. Now, in terms of the story, it was the right call. And I don't even mind Io retaining. My only problem is, why did we not pin Rhea? When at the end of the day, it's the story of Rhea that she can't beat Io Sky. It's the story of Rhea that she can't get out her own way, that she probably could have had the match won if she didn't get out her own way. Yet you pinned Bianca in a three-way just like that for nothing? And a lot of people will be like, whoa, get us to the heel turn. I'm like, motherfucker, just getting booed. All you have to do is be like, why are you booing me? I'm right. Just like Drew McIntyre back in 2023. Why are you booing me? I'm right. Rhea does not deserve to be in this match. She bitched and whined, being her best Karen self, which is not even who Rhea's character is, which is shocking to me. But she bitched and moaned until she got into this match. Why are you booing me when I earned my spot, even though I just saw my best friend beat my new best friend crazy, put her on a stretcher, and I still had to beat four other women that's four of the best in the division. I still endured to get here. Why are you booing me? And I see online, well, Rhea's the biggest star, and Bianca, well, I'm worried that she is going to win the title and become Super Cena, and she's one-dimensional, and it was like, off! Bianca literally got beat down by Damage Control. Bayley, when she turned good, tried to usher in back into the group chat with Naomi, Bianca, and eventually Jade, and Bianca was like,
off is a direction you can fuck.
You know what this woman did over the past year and a half? Naomi, you been gone, but she's been on some bullshit, and I ain't fucking with her. Bianca did not forget what Bayley and Damage Control did to her over a year and a half. She didn't forgive her until gradually she got over it. That's called having dimensions in your character. Bianca literally just went through her best friend taking out her tag team partner. And she was emotional about it, damn near broke down in tears. Basically broke down in tears. She was distraught. She had emotion. She had a connection to what was going on. Unlike a motherfucker that main evented this night, and anytime something happened to him, he never showed emotion. But I don't understand this logic of, well, Bianca, I'm worried that Bianca is boring, and da-da-da. Like, Bianca is boring. It's like, what the fuck has Rhea been? Have we not forgotten her title reign in 2023? Where she dominated the women's division? Nobody looked like they could even compete with her. And she could have an intriguing match with anybody except Raquel? Did we forget that? The only competitive match she had during her entire title reign was versus Nia Jax, which we all knew she was going to win because she's in her hometown, and Becky Lynch, because it's Becky Lynch. I love Io. This was not the time. If she want to win something, win the tag belts with Bayley. Win the US or the IC title. Like, she didn't need this moment right here. She was just champion last year. Did we not forget that? I just don't understand this whole, we need Io. I'm like, Io is dope. Why Io hasn't been prevalent in like 5 years? Like, this like, I'm not understand. Fine. Good luck. I better not hear shit a month or 2 months from now when Io isn't doing a motherfucking thing. And everything is surrounding Bianca, Jade, Charlotte, and all the Becky, and all the true top females in the division. I don't want to hear shit about where's Io? What happened to Io? I better not hear a motherfucking thing. But anyway, great match. Now on to the big mini men-stopping meat match between Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest. And boy, they did not disappoint. This was a fight. This was not a wrestling match. This was truly a fight like it was advertised. Again, showing what this was showing what was lacking from WrestleMania Night 1. There was no pizzazz. There was no sauce. There was nothing. Like, everything on Night 1 until the main event felt like it could have been on SmackDown or Raw. Here, you're giving us stipulations, stakes, something in every match. So again, Drew and Damian worked their butts off. Drew being Drew, trolling, taking the phone, taking a picture still bored at work, going back to what he did last year versus Seth in the world title match. And this is just a great match for both. Both look like stars. Both look like badass motherfuckers. I ain't gonna hold you. And it ends with Damian Priest doing the old school and being pushed off the top rope onto the tables. Eventually gets a Claymore onto the chair that was set up in the turnbuckle. 1, 2, 3. Drew McIntyre is your winner. And I'm like, dope, fire. Hopefully this will propel Drew to be probably the first opponent of Jay's title run, which, ain't gonna lie to you, wouldn't be mad if Drew won next month. Like, respectfully, I rocks with Jay, but I'm not really looking for him to have a long title run. I'm completely fine with him having a Mick Foley run. It was all about the moment for real. And we're going on about our lives. I still feel like it was the wrong call. Still feel like it probably should have been an LA Knight to actually face Gunther for the title and win. Jay should have actually been in LA Knight spot fighting over the U.S. title with Jacob Fatu, so you continue that bloodline storyline, but whatever. So we go from that, we're 2 for 2 right now. We go from that to everybody loves Dom. How did we get here? Not really supposed to be here. I was on my Deborah Cox when Dirty Dominic Mysterio came out at WrestleMania and he got cheered. I'm like, how did we get here? Why do we all love Dominic Mysterio right now? I don't know how it happened. It's just out of nowhere. It's like Cuban came down and just shot all of us in the heart with Dirty Dom arrows, and we all like, we want Dirty Dom. Like we like not like we really want that. Like over Braun Breaker and Penta. Like that's insane. Like if we told me a year ago, like this would be the vibes. I'm like, no way, your vibes are off. But no, like I was rooting for Dom over everyone. And they had a great Fatal 4-Way match. Penta, Braun Breaker, Finn Balor, Dominic Mysterio. A great 10-minute match. You didn't know who was going to win. Braun spears Carlito to the announce table. And it all leads up to Finn and Dom eventually turning on each other. And I hope they finally break up Judgment Day. This has been lasting since WrestleMania 38. We need to break up this faction, dog. It served its purpose and made not only Damian Priest a bigger star, and made Rhea a bigger star, and made Dominic Mysterio a bigger star. The purpose of the faction was to make stars, just like Evolution with Randy Orton and Batista. We accomplished what we did. The finale is Dominic Mysterio winning the title. Now it's time to end this Judgment Day bullshit. But Dirty Dom pins Finn Balor to become the new Intercontinental Champion. Everybody's hyped. The only criticism I have, it was literally the same finish of Rhea, Bianca, and Io, with Dominic Mysterio being on the top rope, Finn hitting a move, Dom hitting his Frost Splash and getting the pin that way. I'm like, in a perfect world, Dom would have did that, but then like Braun would have broke it up. Penta and Braun take each other out. Finn goes after Dom. Dom does the Eddie Guerrero from WrestleMania 20, does the small package, then grabs the ropes with his feet, just like Eddie did versus Kurt Angle, and that's how he wins the title, just like his pappy Eddie would have done. I think that would have been a way better finish. But at the end of the day, Dominic Mysterio won. What an evolution of Dominic Mysterio. Who knew all Dominic needed was new gear and a mullet and a mustache to get over? Who would have thought?
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry.
I know Vince McMahon is like, they did what? They have a TNA champ on my show, my creation. I know. Vince McMahon is rolling over in his grave, or like running over a prostitute or something. He just like, TNA. And she's like, yeah, that's what you pay for. Like, no, TNA is in my comment. Oh shit! Like, it was just the adulation of Joe Hendry, knowing his story from the ground, just got it from the mud, from the bottom, from the slums. He got it by betting on himself, being innovative, creating theme songs for his opponents, and got him to becoming a TNA World Champion. And now he's in WWE, debuting at WrestleMania. Like, it's just crazy to me. Like, that's just wild to me. But what a great moment. They had a nice little 3-minute match to where Joe Hendry gets Randy Orton down. Joe Hendry does the little spin around. The crowd goes wild. Then out of nowhere, boom! RKO. 1, 2, 3. Randy Orton wins. And then Randy Orton picks Joe Hendry up, like, okay, cool, kid, like, great moment. Boom, RKO again. It's like, what are you doing, Joe? You know how this goes, dog. You know how this goes. You don't trust the Viper. It's called a Viper for a reason. He's gonna, but that's not how snakes go. Whatever. He's gonna bite you. He's gonna get you. You should have known better. But anywho, so then Randy Orton does the whole slow, as his back is to the horror cam. Then he turns around and does the Randy Orton pose, and everybody, yay! Like, I just love the resurgence of Randy Orton in the uncle era of Randy Orton, who at some point in time was just a prick who just didn't care, gave minimal effort, just was completely entitled, completely thought he was better than everybody else, and just was a nothing of a character. Again, he has a lot of bad WrestleMania matches. Half of it is because of bad booking, and another half of it is just he just didn't care. So I'm glad to see here that since he's come back in 2023, he is giving it his all and is having fun while doing it. And boy, I can't wait for that heel turn. Whenever that is. Yeah, what a great moment. Now, after this is when WrestleMania goes down a goddamn cliff. Logan Paul, which, look, bruh, I don't like son. I don't like him. I don't like dude. I do not like him. Not as a character, not as a wrestler, not as a human being. I do not like dude. I do not like him. So this whole, I don't understand it. Like, where's Stone Cold? Can we get Stone Cold to come down here instead of taking out that woman in the front row? Can you take out Logan Paul, bro? Like, I don't want to see him on TV. He is turn off the channel, take a piss break, heat with me, because he serves nothing. There's no more allure to him. Oh my God, he's a celebrity, but he can wrestle. Like, bro, he's been at 4 straight WrestleManias. It's a 4. He's been here 4 years now. The allure, actually 5 straight, going to 37. He just didn't wrestle. Like 5 straight WrestleManias. Like, the allure is gone. The specialtiness of him is gone. He became a champion in WWE. There's no more specialness of, oh my God, I can't believe he hit that move. Like, he has to be able to now actually tell a story in the ring, and he can't do that. The Toto story of Karrion Kross trying to come in and make AJ Styles hit Logan Paul with the brass knucks, and AJ Styles does it, which doesn't make sense because his character is that he'll do whatever it takes to win. Like, so, but like, why is he doing? And he didn't. Again, they told that story in the main event, which I'm like, what the fuck is going? Like, you. So AJ Styles does not use the brass knucks on Logan Paul, and he loses the match. And I'm like, and what also doesn't make sense about Karrion Kross is you're so worried about AJ Styles and Logan Paul. Should you not be worried about the match where the guy in the main event is saying, I'm going to ruin professional wrestling? Why is it not your focus? Why aren't you interfering in that match? When an actual celebrity is coming down, a rapper is coming down, trying to interfere in a championship match in the main event of WrestleMania. Why isn't Karrion Kross interfering in that? But whatever. So yeah, this was nothing of a match. Then we get to the tag team match of Liv and Raquel versus Lara Valkyria, Bird Lady, and mystery opponent. Even though it's not a mystery, like, we all knew who was going to be when we saw Bayley get taken out. Which I'm like, poor Bayley, bro. Like, all I could think of was Sasha Banks at SummerSlam, Bianca Belair at SummerSlam 2021, when Becky comes in, swoops in after being gone a year, and wins the world title. And I'm like, there's no way we're gonna do this bullshit again. I'm like, maybe it's like Trish or something. Nope. Becky comes in after being gone a year, comes in, wins the tag team titles with Lara. Lara, who, by the way, is your women's IC champion. I don't know if you know that, Hunter, but yeah, she already has a belt. What's the point? What's the point of having mid-card titles if they're not even going to defend them at WrestleMania? What's the point? It's like if you was going to give Becky Lynch this moment, why not do it with Chelsea Green? Chelsea Green, who's been working her butt off to make that title mean something, change up her character, have security, all that. Why not do that at WrestleMania at night one? Have a nice little moment to where she has a U.S. Open challenge only for Becky Lynch to come in and beat her, and now is your new U.S. champion. At least that would actually make sense. The payoff for that would make sense. Not taking out Bayley, who's been the anchor and the core and the heartbeat of the women's division for the past decade, has never complained, has always showed up, has put over everyone more than anyone else. And that's how you do Bayley at WrestleMania. That Triple H will talk about, oh, she'll be fine. She better be fucking fine. Like, I can't believe they did Bayley like that. The only saving grace is maybe this will turn into a heel turn. However, we still have to find out who took her out. Which, I don't know. Maybe it's Lyra. I don't see them turning Bayley. I don't see them turning Becky. So maybe it was Lyra that took her out because she don't vibe with Bayley like that and she wanted to team up with Becky. Maybe you tell that story. But it's just like, we just did this with Jade and Naomi. And we just did this 2 years ago with Lita, Trish, and Becky. We're doing this again? Like, Triple H, do you know there are other stories you can tell outside of someone getting, hit backstage and doing a whodunit? You know you can. So we get to the main event, which I'm sorry. John Cena comes out, no color, I'm not talking about his pigmentation. I'm talking about like entrance, no color, all black, no Titantron is literally just his name. Cody comes out there with a motorsport, motorbikers, doing flips and stuff. He comes up from the stage. He has the mask, but it looks like Iron Man because it flips up. I'm like, oh, I just love my glorious black king, Cody Rhodes, his nerdy, quirky self. I didn't expect anything of this match because it's John Cena. And this match played out exactly how I thought it would be. Like, there was just no excitement in the match, which again, I'm like, well, it's John Cena. Of course there's no excitement in the match. But so somewhere near the middle of the match, they start picking up and start kicking out of AAs and all kinds of stuff. And then Travis Scott comes out. I'm like, what are we doing? Like, and the fact that John Cena sold it as if it was like his saving grace, like he sold it as if it was The Rock. And I'm like, why are you happy that Travis Scott is out? Travis Scott can't help you. I don't think he can beat the ref. Like, why are you so giddy and happy? And so Travis Scott comes out. Now we're going to talk about why I think Travis is out there for real, which is the Travis Scott being out there, I think, is the biggest issue with the WWE, which we're going to talk about. Travis Scott comes out. He tries to help John Cena. Him and Cody finally have their showdown. Gets a crossroads put on him. Cena has the belt. Tries to hit Cody. Cody catches it. And then Cody looking like the dumbest motherfucker in the world. After you've literally been in a feud with Kevin Owens over the past 6 months where KO could not pull the trigger, but when Cody teamed up with the Bloodline and Roman Reigns, KO felt betrayed, so he damn near took out Randy Orton. Then he took out Cody Rhodes. Then it took Cody Rhodes to be like, F that. F try to be a good guy or goody two-shoes, and took out KO, which basically led to Kevin Owens having to get surgery on his neck. We did all that storytelling where we were telling the story that Cody, after becoming champion, lost all his friends. All the friends he had last year, from Seth, who is now with Paul Heyman, to John Cena, who turned on him, to, well, you had Jey Uso, who's become world champion. He could care less about what's going on with you right now. Like, he lost all his friends that could have helped him last year. He has nobody. Cena still has the ace in the hole, which should have been The Rock. But it wasn't. But even with that being said, you still tell the story that Cody can pull the trigger. Like, Cena has been saying for the past 3, 4 weeks, 6 weeks, he wants to ruin professional wrestling. He's going to take that title and go home. Shouldn't there be no hesitation from Cody to take that title and beat the living hell out of John Cena? What are you hesitating for? What's the hesitation? Oh, I still have respect for you. You're still my hero. You are a grown-ass man. What are you telling a man? Anyway, so Cody Rhodes looks away after taking the title away from John Cena. John Cena basically redoes what he did at Elimination Chamber. Low blow, belt shot, 1, 2, 3. And I'm like, oh, well, guess that's it. And again, I didn't feel the way. The only thing I felt a way about was not seeing The Rock, which is so hilarious to me. But it's like, Rock, why did you, like, what was the point of you coming in and doing all this hoopla last month or at Elimination Chamber only to not even show up at WrestleMania? What was the point? Why did you come in? Like, I don't get it. Like, what was the point? So it's John Cena, dog. I watched this nigga for 20 years. I expect nothing more than what I got. It's John Cena. Niggas had the nerve to be talking about this is the GOAT, this is the greatest of all time, da da da. This is who John Cena is. This was the perfect way for a John Cena to win record-breaking title number 17. Right? Perfect way. That is who John Cena is. John Cena, who couldn't be bothered to give any effort to change his look, change his music, change his style, change anything about him, to do any promos online, backstage, pre-recorded, nothing. He gave minimal effort. That is who John Cena is. So it's so funny when I hear he's the GOAT, go. Like, GOAT of what? He's nowhere near a superstar of a Rock or Austin. He's nowhere someone that's great on the mic like a Piper or a Punk. He's nowhere in ring performing like Shawn Michaels or Flair. What are we talking about? GOAT of what? But fine. So, and at the end of the day, I'm fine I didn't care about the match. I only cared about the result. So I have a different feeling than a lot of people right now because I only cared about the result. And to see so many people so angry, yet they wanted Cena to win, but yet they still wanted it to happen in a different way. And I'm like, y'all can never be satisfied. I understand the finish was flat. To be honest, if they just would have had 5 more minutes after the whole Travis Scott run-in, which shouldn't even happen, if you have a brass knuckles, like old school John Cena, brass knuckle shot, AA, 1-2 kick out. Cena gets frustrated, goes to the announce table, takes off the top of the announce table, tries to put Cody Rhodes through it, but Cody Rhodes reverses it into a crossroads, going to the ring, 1-2 kick out, and then you have another ref bump. Cena gets the belt, thanks to Travis Scott putting it in the ring. Then low blow, bell shot, 1, 2, 3. All you needed was another like 5-6 minutes to give us the crescendo of the match. But even that, I'm like, bro, I didn't care about how it happened. I just wanted it to happen because now for John Cena, I could care less about John Cena. Cool, he got his little 17th time world champion, whatever. I care because now what happens with Cody Rhodes? Hopefully they go remember the story they were telling with Kevin Owens, and they tell a new layer of story with Cody Rhodes to where he feels defeated, depleted, that he can't even fight for the title anymore. Cena's now in Hollywood, and he has to figure out a way to get the title back somehow. I think that's a great story to tell with Cody Rhodes. He's always great when he's chasing. And so then when he eventually probably beats John Cena to get the title back, then Cena goes off in the sunset, and you set up what I believe should be the main event of WrestleMania for 42 in New Orleans. But we'll get to that when we do our video of predicting WrestleMania 42. But yeah, I don't care about Cena winning number 17. I care about it because of who is going to beat him for it. That's what I care about. So it's like we're going to get that summer of Cena to where he's not going to be there. basically do what they should have did with Punk back in 2011 the right way, because legitimately Cena can't be there. So that should be fun. That should be interesting. But yeah, I know everybody's emotional about it. I'm like I don't give a fuck how. I don't care how you got there, as long as you got there, man. We had some bumpy roads and we might hit some plot holes and it was a little shaky. You might have turbulence or whatever, but did you get to your destination? What are you mad about then? I just don't say why everybody's so mad. Like, it's John Cena. I didn't know he was a 5-star catch-as-catch-can wrestler. Like, it's John fucking Cena. Like, Triple H. Going back to Travis Scott, in my brain, I'm like, there's no way Triple H okayed having Travis Scott in the main event of WrestleMania to help John Cena win number 17. There's just no fucking way. Like, in the history books, we're going to have to see Travis Scott, who, I love Travis Scott. I've seen him in concert. Love him. What the fuck is he doing here? Like, it takes you out of the illusion of wrestling. Wrestling, as a lot of it is smoke and mirrors. It's an illusion. You're supposed to believe that everything you're seeing is real. So when you see Travis Scott, who, again, I don't believe he can whoop a random fan in the crowd's ass, coming down the ring, walking down the ring, it takes you out of the moment. So I'm like, just can't believe Triple H would okay this. But then I'm like, he probably didn't okay it. It probably was TKO. It probably was The Rock. Because they care more about having celebrities, brand placement, celebrities in the crowd than the actual product. The WWE is a product. It's not a wrestling company anymore. So they don't give a fuck about none of that. Like, I'm so tired of seeing, did you know this celebrity's here? Look at who's here. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. This reminds me of the Raw guest host back in 2009, 2010. I'm like, I don't give a fuck who the guest host is. Can I just get some wrestling? Can I get stories? You're taking away precious time from TV that wrestlers could use to try to get over for these dumbass guest hosts so they can promote whatever they're promoting. And I'm just so sick and tired of all this brand placement and all these celebrities in the crowd. I don't give a fuck. And the honeymoon phase of Triple H is over. You need some new cooks in the kitchen, my nigga, because this whole build to WrestleMania 41 has been mid as a motherfucker. You want to cry, bitch, and moan about, oh, why can't fans be fans? Stop being so much a critic. Because if we go to our favorite restaurant and we order our favorite dish, but the dish is shitty, we have the right to go take this back to the cook. You need to redo it, my nigga. Or do our Yelp review, this shit was ass. You have the right as a buying customer, as someone who gets Netflix, Peacock, which I would have thought that it would all be in one place. I think overseas they actually get everything in Netflix. I have to get 2 subscriptions to watch your fucking...
On behalf of all of the true fans of professional wrestling, guy with the suit and tie in the truck, go fuck yourself.
I'm the best. I'm the best in the world.